Hi, I'm Kristy. Welcome to Weird and Witchy Shit, a place for, weird and witchy shit. Here we talk about everything from the magic of yoga, rituals, tarot, crystals, astrology, self-love, mental health, spiritual stuff, spooky things, and anything of the mystical variety. So if that sounds like the kind of shit you're into, then you're in the right place, my friend. Welcome to the Coven. So I'm here to chat about the Halloween podcast and yoga series that I'm doing. Last year I did do a Halloween yoga series and that consisted of 7 videos, which was yoga for vampires, yoga for spirits, yoga for werewolves, yoga for zombies, yoga for scaredy cats, yoga for demons, and yoga for witches. So if you want to check that out, you definitely still can. And that series was kind of special to me because 1, I love Halloween. 2, I had always said that if I became a yoga teacher and got over my insecurities and actually did it and went ahead and became a yoga teacher, then I would make Halloween a really big thing, because I always knew that I wanted to do online videos and I always knew that Halloween was going to be a really important time to me. Also, it was the first videos that I ever put out there on my channel. It was the first time that I really put myself out there after doing my yoga teacher training and really was like, I'm a teacher who's teaching people. So those videos were very special to me, and I want to make doing my Halloween series a regular thing. But this year is a little bit different. It's a lot less Halloween in your face, if you know what I mean. It's still, it's more spiritual based, I guess, than Halloween based, but I am doing it for Halloween because it's kind of themed, and it's more of a spiritual practice and less gimmicky, not to slate gimmicky things, because I mean, if you're watching the video version of this, you can see how I'm dressed. You know that I love a good Halloween gimmick. But this year, the yoga practices that I'm putting out are a little bit more spiritual. I really want you to use them to connect to different aspects of yourself, to embrace the divine feminine, and hopefully to feel really inspired as well. And I hope that it's a series that you're going to come back to time and time again, not just every October. So, what is the series? So I have 5 yoga videos and 5 podcast episodes that coincide with each other and go together really well. So each podcast episode will tell you about a goddess or deity from Greek mythology, and each yoga class will be dedicated to that goddess or deity. So you can go on, watch or listen to the podcast, find out a little bit more about that practice and a little bit more about the inspiration behind the practice, so that when you go on to do the actual yoga, you can have a real good think about how that's going to benefit you in your life, how you relate to that goddess, why you're dedicating this practice to this specific thing, maybe what that goddess or deity can do for you. So it's going to give you a lot more insight into why I've put the practice together, and hopefully how you can energetically use the practice. And of course, if some things you want to do to go along with the practice could be journaling, if you want to put out like offerings and stuff like that, you could definitely do that as well. And you can do all 5 yoga classes, or you can just pick and choose the ones that feel good for you. As well as you also don't have to listen to the podcast. You can just go and do the yoga practice as a standalone yoga practice. But I think if you want to get the most out of it, podcast and yoga, it's going to really go really well together. So A class will be released every day from the 24th to the 28th of October, and it's not in any particular order. I've not done save the best deity till last or anything like that. It just so happens to be the way that I've ordered the classes, and really for no rhyme or reason. No one is more special or better than the other. That's just the way that it is. And the reason that I've put them out before Halloween is so that if you do like a particular yoga practice and that speaks to you quite a lot, you can be prepared to do it on Halloween if you like. As you know, when the veil between the spiritual world and the physical world is said to be at its finest. So if you... thinnest? By fine, I didn't mean like, yeah, fine. I meant like fine as in like... fine. Anyway, so if you like to do a special yoga practice on Halloween, then all 5 of those videos are already going to be up and going, so that you can choose one of those videos to be part of your Halloween ritual if that's something that you like to do. I am so excited for this series because mythology, in particular Greek mythology, is something that I really connect with a lot and have used a lot in my life to kind of bring comfort to me and kind of look for guidance and reassurance in my spiritual life. I definitely would not consider myself a religious person in the slightest, but I would say I'm more of a fluid spiritual person. But the stories of the Greek gods and the Greek goddesses really resonate with me, and I really find a strong connection with them. So I'm extremely excited for this series, and you might resonate with the stories too. Some people feel like they really connect with them because they believe that the gods were and are real beings that actually exist, and some people believe that they're more of an energetic force that you can work with, and some people like to think of the gods as more personifications of the things that exist in the world that helps to make things in the world a little bit more understandable. So there's definitely you don't have to have any knowledge of the Greek gods or goddesses or any mythology. You don't have to have any religion or any background knowledge on any type of religion or anything at all. Like I said, you can literally just make it as simple as rolling out your yoga mat and doing a yoga practice, and you don't have to connect it to the gods or goddess or deity that I'm tributing it to in any way. So whatever your beliefs or however you like to practice yoga, I hope that you find something good out of it, and I will see you at the beginning of the series. If you'd like to continue the conversation, you can get me on Instagram at Kristies_Coven. That's KRISTYS_Coven. You can also find me on YouTube at Kristy's Coven, where I post a lot of free yoga classes and shit like that, and I'd love to have you join because it's not a coven if it's just me. And until next time, bye!